welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. I'm finally updating my Shop My Stash. I wanted to jump on for a quick introduction because I am currently in the middle of a declutter series on my channel. I will leave the first two parts linked down below. So I have decluttered my complexion products, so like primer, foundation, concealer, powder, and then most recently I uploaded my bronzer and highlighter declutter. Blush will be coming later this week, but because I have been decluttering or doing this declutter, I took all of my products that were in my previous Shop My Stash rotation, which I updated quite a while ago, it feels like, and like didn't necessarily put them back in the drawer. So we're starting from scratch. I obviously have my project pan items that are in my bathroom, but in terms of like the actual Shop My Stash products, we're just starting from scratch. So there won't be a part where I'm like going through what was previously in my rotation. We're literally just shopping my stash for this current rotation. I'm hoping to update my Shop My Stash series every 2 to 3 weeks going forward, so stick around for that. I've been terrible at cycling through my products this year and doing my Shop My Stash, so hoping to get back on track there. But if you're interested in seeing the products that I will be focused on and pulling to get some more use out of the next couple of weeks, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content or just chit-chatting about makeup, I would love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. All right, you guys, I'm gonna try and stay as out of frame as possible because I'm still like in my pajamas. My hair looks crazy and I have no makeup on, but this is my bathroom. It's super messy, but I've had to get a little bit creative with my makeup storage, etc. living in my apartment now. But I actually like this is like my happy space. So I recently bought, I used to have one of these. This is also one of my most popularly reorganized spaces, but I had one of these organizers from Target. I can link it below, and I purchased a second. So let me just explain to you what my process is and what I have going on. Here's my jewelry. Up here, I obviously have palettes that are currently in my rotation, but then most of my products here are products that I am currently testing out for review, newer products to my collection, or things that my sister has given me that I'm testing. So that's what this side is. And then over on this side, I have all of my like project pan items as well as other just palettes that I'm currently working on. So the majority, if not all of the products in here are all products that are currently part of a project pan. It kind of spills over to the side here, and there's still more products in drawers as well. But that's what this side is. Over here on this little like shelf thing, I think I got this in the Target dollar section. Up here I've got some skincare, a plant, a little bit of hair care, and then like my sunscreen. But down below I have more palettes that I'm like focused on testing, or they're in a project. So that's what is on this space. And then moving into, I have 2 drawers for makeup products. So this first drawer, again, I have a little bit more skincare in the back here, but I also ignore my dirty beauty blenders. In this drawer I have lip products as well as like eye products up here. The eye products, geez, is already like a little bit full. This should be, so that's a little bit stressful. And then in this drawer, my light came unplugged. It's a whole production here, trying to figure out how to like get enough lighting to film. This drawer, it's a little bit deeper, quite a bit deeper. I have my little mug of eyeliners back there, so all of my eyeliners are in here. I have a couple more products that are going in projects. So I have this little thing for my concealer, and when I pull more concealer, I'll put some of my concealers in here. A couple more foundations I'm currently panning, but these are light shades for me, so I just put them in here. Couple primers that I am panning, and then I have some of my setting sprays, face palettes that I'm working on in projects, and then some other products that I'm working on in projects. So I don't have a ton of space to actually put the products that I'm shopping my stash for, but we'll figure it out. Whatever we get, we're gonna make it fit. So that being said, let's go shop my stash. All right, you guys, here we are to shop my stash, starting in my top drawer. I recently reorganized everything. As I mentioned, I will leave my makeup organizing video down below in case you missed that and want to check it out. But I have my powder, concealer, and primer up here. So for powder, I'm currently panning a loose powder. I definitely do not want to grab another loose powder, but maybe another pressed powder, just because I have not cycled through my pressed powders much at all this year. And I think I'm actually gonna grab my Dior what do they call this? Why am I blanking? The Dior Powder No Powder. This looks dark, but on the skin it actually is a pretty good match for me. I have mine in the shade 2N. And then for primer, I have pore filling primers that I'm currently panning. I should be done with my gripping primer soon, but I'm thinking I want for sure a hydrating one, as well as potentially a gripping one to replace the gripping primer about to finish. I have barely reached for my Milani Chill Out primer all year, and this is one of my favorite primers in my collection. So I am going to pull for that. And then, ooh, this is going to be a tough one. Do I want to pull my Jelly Pop primer, which is what I had in mind, or do I want to pull my Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Glow primer, because this is older in my collection? Definitely closer to being done with this. I don't know if I could finish this by the end of the year, but maybe I'll grab, I can't decide. I like had it in my mind I was going to grab the Jelly Pop one. But perhaps because my Urban Decay All Nighter is older, I will grab for this one and see what kind of damage I can do to this. Can I get this close to being done? Can I finish this by the end of the year? We will see. And then for concealer, I have one concealer I'm currently trying to pan, but I purchased the Kosas Revealer Concealer during the Sephora VIB sale because I missed it in my collection, and I barely reached for it since purchasing it just because I feel like I'm doing that thing where like I feel like I can't use it because it's my favorite, and then God forbid I have to replace it someday. So I'm gonna grab my Kosas Revealer Concealer. Do I want anything else in my concealers? I do feel like I need to like get more use out of my Armani Power Fabric Concealer. This is one of the older ones in my collection. Elsie's also super old in my collection. Maybe I'll grab for the Armani Power Fabric this rotation, and then next rotation I should grab for the Elsie. That is what we're gonna do. Okay, moving into my foundation drawer. I have quite a few foundations that I'm currently trying to pan, so I do not want to grab for too much from here. I think I might grab for my Fenty Beauty Eavesdrops though, because I really did not reach for these much this summer and I kind of missed them. And then for a more full coverage foundation, what do I feel like grabbing for? I actually think I might grab for, I'm going to grab for my Merit Beauty foundations. I have two. I didn't realize I found an extra, like, I had two different shades. These were both sent to me by Merit. I'm going to grab for these just because I rarely, if ever, reach for these. And then I'm going to be good with foundation just because I have so many others that I'm currently trying to pan. Perhaps if I finish a foundation, which I feel like I'm super close to finishing 2 foundations, perhaps next rotation I'll grab more out of this drawer. That brings us to our bronzer drawer. I actually feel like, specifically with like my cream bronzers, I've done a pretty decent job, cream and liquid. I've done a pretty decent job of cycling through my collection this year. I feel like my iconic London sheer bronze liquid bronzer is the one I probably reached for the least, so I think I'll actually grab this, even though I feel like I'm going for more full coverage. I don't feel like that's maybe not the best option. And then what do I want to grab for a powder bronzer? Even though this is more of a summertime bronzer for me, I'm gonna grab the Glowish by Huda Beauty. I have the shade Tan Light. I have just been really loving a glowy cheek, so I do want to grab that. And then I think I'll grab a matte option as well. And I think I'll grab my Dior Forever Natural Bronzer. I have mine in the shade 4. This is definitely a little bit deeper, but it's still a really buildable formula, so I don't feel like I get too heavy-handed like I do with some of my other bronzers. Next up, we have my blush drawer. It still looks super full, but I did do some decluttering in this drawer. That video probably is not posted yet, but keep an eye out for that because I do declutter some of my blushes, which is super exciting. What do I want to grab for from here? I know I want to grab my Nabla Skin Glazing in the shade Independence, which is a really beautiful like fall toned glowy blush. I also want to grab Becca Wild Honey and Songbird. So I'm going to grab for Wild Honey, which is on the top, as well as Songbird. Songbird's a little bit glowier, but both of these are like nude blushes, which I love a good nude blush oh my gosh, all year round. But I feel like those are really beautiful ones for the fall. And what else do I want to grab from here? Maybe I'll grab this one. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks blush, liquid blush in the shade Nude Taupe. And then I also think I'll grab this one from Florence. This is, my packaging recently broke and I'm so annoyed. This is in the shade Zen Z, which is, again, just like a nice, beautiful mauve toned shade. And I feel like that'll be a good blush shade for this time of year. And then do I want anything else out of this drawer? Do I want to pull? I'm probably pulling too many blush options, but what a surprise. I'm gonna pull this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Intense. Again, I like that for this time of year. And then I think I'll also grab the Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Love. Yes, this is a really beautiful like brick red, like terracotta sort of shade. So that should be good. Last thing, I promise I truly can't help myself in this drawer. This is my Kosas Cream Blush Duo in the shade Velvet Melon. It is my goal to hit pan at least on the highlighter side this year. Like, I feel like this would be an easy product to add a pan in my collection. And honestly, I feel like my dip in my blush is a little bit deeper even than my highlighter, so maybe I can hit pan on both sides of this before the end of the year. So I am going to reach for this as well. Oh, and then that I see back here, my Makeup by Mario Desert Rose, which is another blush I really wanted to grab for, I feel like I haven't rotated through my blush collection very well this year, which is why I'm like, I want to grab it all. I also forgot about this one. This is my Huda, the Glowish by Huda Beauty in Berry Juicy. I have been itching to do like some berry tone blush lately, so I'm gonna grab for this as well. And like, truly, I need to be done in this drawer. Can you guys tell I'm holding my camera as opposed to having it on a tripod? I feel like you're watching one of those like movies where it's like shot like by hand and then you're like feel sick at the end of the movie. I apologize. Here's my highlighter drawer. I also have brow products, lashes, and mascara in here. I might need to grab a new mascara, and I do want to grab for this one from Merit Beauty. I've been wanting to, I forgot I had this and I've been wanting to try it, but I've also been itching to grab for one of my Urban Decay Lash Freaks. So I think I actually might grab both of these two mascaras. I also have an Ilia mascara that I currently, like, it's not done yet, so, and I love that one. So I feel like this hopefully will be a good combination of mascaras. I'm not gonna grab for anything out of the brows. Actually, maybe I'll grab this little guy because I feel like I'm almost done with my NYX brow glue, and I just have this little deluxe, and I just have this little sample of the Kosas Air Brow. This is the clear one. So I feel like maybe I could get through this quickly and have this be an empty for the end of the year as well. For my highlighters, what do I want to do in this drawer? My highlighter drawer, I feel like is, like, I can't add any more highlighter. It's going to be way too full, even after my declutter. The good thing is, according to my makeup rehab series, I can only purchase 2 more highlighters. My camera cut me off. I was saying the good news is I can only purchase 2 more highlighters this year according to my makeup rehab series. Anyway, I think maybe I'll grab for my Artist Couture loose highlighter. This is in the shade Summer Haze. I haven't reached for this at all this year, which is a shame. This is beautiful. I should have grabbed for this in the summer, but did not. I had my Westman Atelier pulled for quite a while this summer and got a ton of use out of it, and while I feel like reaching for it even more, I should hold off. Maybe I'll pull, what do I want to pull for like my cream / liquid? I just got done testing out this one from Rose Inc. This is beautiful. Okay, this looks truly disgusting. Please don't judge, but I'm gonna grab my RMS Beauty Quad because I do eventually want to finish this off. And then I think I'll also grab for a cream highlighter option, this one from Flower Beauty. This is the Day Glow Highlighting Glaze. This is definitely more subtle, but also beautiful. And then for my powder highlighters, I think I'll grab NARS Fort de France. This is a beautiful like golden yellow highlighter, super smooth on the cheeks, and I feel like I forget how much I love this one. And I have some other highlighters that are currently going in projects. That's why I don't want to grab too much. I think I'll also grab, for a more intense highlighter, I'll grab this one from Ofra. This was in collaboration with Steph Toms. It's in Milk and Cookies. This is such a stinking beautiful highlight. So I will grab this. Is that all I want to grab? Do I want to grab more? I have other highlighters I'm currently trying to finish. Maybe. Okay, I still feel like I'm unofficially trying to pan my Becca Rose Quartz highlighter. Like, I really, really want to finish a freaking highlighter. So I'm gonna pull this and see what we can do to this guy and maybe just keep this permanently pulled for the end of the year. Have this be like an unofficially trying to pan product. I'm like looking at it and it doesn't look like a ton of product because there's such a big pan, but at the same time, I feel like this is one of those deceiving products where you think you're gonna finish it in like a month's time and then like a year later, you're still trying to work on it. All right, moving into this drawer. This is my eye drawer, and what do I want to do in this drawer? This Auric Beauty shadow should be already in my bathroom because that's in a project. I think I want to grab the Lithium Moonda shadow by Urban Decay. And then I do want to grab one of my Essence Melted Chrome eyeshadows. My camera cut me off again, so rude. I was gonna say, which of my melted chromes do I want to grab? I think maybe I'll grab this one, this really beautiful champagne shade. This is in the shade 2, Iconic or Ironic? Ironic. And then actually I'm gonna grab this one from ColourPop too. This was in their Wild Child collection. It's in the shade Flower Child. This is really beautiful. So I'm gonna grab 3 shadows from here. All right, into this drawer. This is how my gloss drawer turned out. I have a second gloss drawer. Are we even surprised in the least? I know I'm not. What is this shade? Fenty Glow Fantasy. Interesting. Maybe I'm gonna grab this. This must have been from her holiday set, so I'm gonna grab this. I also think I'm gonna grab my Fenty Heat. It's been a long time since I've reached for that gloss. I don't want to overwhelm myself in this drawer. Is there anything else specific I want to grab for? I do eventually want to pan these 2 from Bite, but I have another French press lip gloss that I'm trying to finish, and actually another Bite like lip gloss that looks like this that I'm like at least halfway through both of them. Maybe I'll grab these in October. What is this? The Flexi Stick. Smooth. Oh, I feel like I should have decluttered this because I'm not a huge fan of the Flexi Stick, but I do like the lip gloss. I'm gonna declutter this while we're in this drawer to free up a little bit more space. Is that all I want to grab for this drawer? I'm like thinking maybe a Kylie gloss. Like these are so freaking old, but they passed the sniff test. I'll grab the shade Like just for like a brownie nude for this kind of time of year. Okay, in here we have lip liners as well as liquid lipsticks. What do I want? I want to grab this one again from Makeup by Mario. This is in the shade, I think it's like Dimitri. Such a beautiful cool tone pink. And actually this one from Vive should be in my bathroom. Is my ColourPop Barbie one in here? No, I must have grabbed that. Okay. I want to grab a red, but what red do I want to grab? I don't want to go like super vampy yet. Like we're only in September. Maybe I'll grab like a true red. So I'm gonna grab Persona Holy Grail. And then do I want a vampy shade? But not like my vampiest maybe. I'll grab this one from Dose of Colors. I think this is in the shade, must be Brick, because Mondays is down there. I think. I could be wrong, but this is a really beautiful kind of like vampy, deeper burgundy red sort of shade. I don't want to overwhelm my lip drawer is just not that big in my bathroom. Maybe should we call it good? I need like a nude liquid lipstick too. Maybe we'll go super nude. I used to love this, but this is such an uncomfortable formula. I do love the shade though. This is from Too Faced. It's their Melted Matte Liquid Matte formula in the shade Sugar Cookie. And it's a really beautiful nude shade. All right, and then we are to the last drawer that has makeup in it. This, I was able to fit my sprays in the back, which I'm super excited about. I have my Kopari gloss bombs. I have lip oils and lip balms / treatments over here, and then some of my absolute favorite lip gloss formulas. I'm gonna grab one of these Pat McGrath lip glosses. This is in the shade Divine Rose. I feel like this is a really beautiful shade for this time of year, and look, this does have some progress on it, so maybe I could finish this before the end of the year. I'm gonna grab my Kosas lip treatment just to have in my bathroom to put on like in the morning if I'm getting ready. This is the Plump and Juicy Collagen Lip Booster. Recently reviewed this in a speed reviews. It's not my favorite, so I just want to like use it up. Packaging's super cute. Do I want anything else from this drawer? I do want a Lawless Forget the Filler, of course. And I think I'm gonna go with the shade Velvet, just because I feel like this is a really beautiful shade for this kind of time of year. This is like one of my favorite, if not my favorite, lip gloss formula of all time. It just makes the lips look so juicy and plump without being painful. Love it so much. And then the final little stash to shop. My palettes, you guys, are just any new palettes I'm testing, as well as anything that I shared in my fall palette rotation video, which I can have linked below in case you're interested in what palettes I'm currently using. But here are my lip products, and I think for my lips I'm gonna grab a nude. So I'm gonna grab this one from Milani. This is in the shade Tease. And then I've been enjoying this one from L'Oreal. This is in the shade, it's one from the Glow Paradise line in the shade Glow Eden. And then I have not reached for my Natasha Denona lipstick in the shade, I think Love. No, I Need a Nude. I Need a Nude in the shade Amorosa in quite some time. So I'm gonna grab these 3 lip products, but I have so many lip products I feel overwhelmed already. I think we're gonna call it good for lipstick. Alright, you guys, after putting everything away, this is what we have in the top drawer. My lip product drawer is incredibly full. I mean, I need to finish up some lip products. We all know that, especially considering my makeup inventory numbers. Here is my eye product drawer, or eye product little bin. I'm feeling okay about that. And then we actually are not as full down here as I was expecting to be, which is super nice. I could even fit, like, I didn't shop through my face palettes, but I could even grab a couple face palettes to put in here, which is really nice. So I have primers and foundations back this way still. And then here I tried to really keep it Project Pan products. There's a couple of spillover items, powder, bronzer, blush, highlight, and then my liquid / cream products right there, and then my concealer cup right here. And then I did not add anything to the organizers up here just because I have an organization system for that. So that is gonna wrap it up for today's Shop My Stash. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch. I'm hoping to update this series going forward every 2 to 3 weeks. If there's any products you want to see me pull for next week, or next rotation, I mean, let a girl know in the comments. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch and supporting my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you in my next video.